They know what it is. Ba- Yeah, y'all let us know if we good. Yeah. Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me? They said we hear you now. Yeah, they can hear you. Yeah. Oh, they said can't. Oh,
Y'all hear me now?
can you guys hear Erica?
Test, 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 test. Yes, Jay Tucker, we are back with another one. Just else that read my comments. You, I'm on fire. Can y'all hear me? Okay.
They say you good, sis. They say you good.
Okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome in, y'all. How y'all feeling? How y'all doing? Don't mind my little hole over here. This is my college shirt. I love old T-shirts. I wear them all the way out. Um, how's everybody feeling? What's going on this
Oh,
good
y'all, darn.
Wednesday night? It's your good sis, she let us talk TV with for another episode of Our Sisters Keeper with the incomparable.
Nick, y'all giving it to you when I give it to you, but always in the nick of time.
Always in the nick of time.
Always in the nick of time.
I'm gonna go ahead and warn y'all.
Oh Lord, what? What?
I am in my living room right now, y'all. I have been here all week, pretty much. Well, it's only Wednesday. The last 2 days. Sunday, I did something that was very important to me, and I'm very proud of. I did a bike ride, a century bike ride, which was 100 miles in one day. Kicked my ass. It.
Baby, I'm giving you a virtual Florida clap. If I was in Know You, I'd give you that Know You clap. Because, baby, you deserve it, okay? You deserve all the things for doing that. That's huge.
Thank
That's
you.
a feat.
Thank
That's a
you.
big accomplishment.
But to be expected, like it took me out. I thought I was only going to need like a day to rest, but it seems like I've just been kind of like coasting and resting these last couple days and recovering, which has been cool. In addition to it being physically challenging, it was also very mentally challenging and has put me in a very reflective place. So I think this is pretty much the tip of what y'all get from me today. Like I don't have it to give. Like Ali shared with me something, and hopefully you'll share it on here too about what's going down on some of the content that you have on your platform recently. And normal Erica would just Like, want to lay in the. I don't even have it. I don't want to argue with nobody. I don't even want to upset my nerves. I don't know if it's the end of the year, and I'm just like so weary and so over it that I'm just like, whatever y'all say, you got it. So I'm gonna go ahead and warn you now that for the most part, this episode is whatever they say. Daniela, you want to get offended because you feel like a whore because somebody pointed out your whole facts. Whatever you say, whatever you say. Fatima, you want to consistently
Baby,
be surprised that Karen is giving you good positive energy and trying to look out for that boy and help support y'all, even though that's all she has shown you the past 4 episodes. But we gonna keep acting like she's a she devil incarnate, girl. Whatever you say, you know. Andy, you want to wallow and feel shame behind some that you knew damn better to do, and you want to ask questions that you had already asked that you didn't listen to the answers to, and you want Karen to tell you the truth, and Karen ass want to lie to you. Whatever y'all say, you got it. That's all I got today. I'm gonna do my best to hold my own with Allie, but you might be carrying this episode tonight, Allie, because all I have for people is whatever you say in your mess, in your fuckery, in your goofiness, in Zach's hunger strikes. Whatever you say. That's all I got.
oh my. You summed up the entire episode. Just with that. I do want to start off with. Oh, what do you guys rate the episode?
Mm,
What are your ratings? I'm so interested because this was an episode unlike last week where we had maybe two scenes that was like the bulk of the episode. We had so many minor scenes this episode. I had to literally write them down because it was so many that were like under
mm.
3 minutes. It was a lot going on in this episode.
Yeah, drop your ratings.
Okay, naps for days, give it a 5. I saw someone say that my volume was really loud. Is it too
Yeah,
loud?
I just turned it
It's
down on
loud.
my end. No, it's not for me, but I turned it down on in the like
Oh,
controller.
okay, okay.
So I'm waiting for them to say drop your ratings and then let us know if Allie and I sound equal and not overbearing, like not busting out y'all's eardrums.
Jay Tucker gives it a 7. Chrissy gives it a 5. Brian is creeping you out,
Who's
girl.
creeping them out?
Brian.
Oh, oh, listen here.
I
Tyler, I know I
ain't
told you that
questioning
Jason
Brian.
Weaver needed more lines, but I don't need Jason Weaver to be the creep. I really don't.
Please,
I don't need it.
please,
I ain't asked for it.
please. Let's see. Tiff Jones give it a 7. Diddy Taylor a 6. Mimi gives it a 5. Kirsten gives it a 6. I'm not happy on scenarios. Okay. Vaughn gives it a 3. This episode discusses you, Vaughn. Oh, for what reason? I know there's many to choose from, but what was the reason that it disgusted you? Dana Jacobs gives it a 6. Just Danielle said 6 because I love Karen. Girl, I don't even know where to start. Um, I'm like all these scenes like floating in my head. Um, Because when I say, okay, let's start with the insignificant ones, it was so many.
Mm-hmm.
It was so many. Um, the actor who plays Brian D. D. Taylor is his name is Jason Weaver. He plays in The Shy right now. He played in Smart Guy a long time ago.
And he's the voice of
He's
Simba.
had like other little um acting gigs here and there, but he also played as Lil Michael Jackson in the Jackson's American Dream miniseries many moons ago. And he also was the singing voice for young Simba in the animation of The Lion King.
And he had a song with Chingy.
And he had a song with Shangy. Yes, I forgot.
He's like our royalty. He's definitely black royalty when it
Yeah,
comes to
Jason, and he did
entertainment.
have a singing career, but it was very brief.
Hmm.
It was very brief.
Yep.
Um,
But when it comes to the whole Simba thing, like I think it's most notable for how he didn't let Disney play him, where they tried to offer him a bunch of money up front to sign all his rights away. He opted for residuals, so he's still eating off of
yeah,
Simba to this day.
yeah. His mama knew what was up. I said
Hmm.
that's why you need great parents when you trying to have your kids in show business because who them
Yep,
companies will try to rip you a new one if you let them.
for sure. Wait, Sakina gives it a four.
Uh huh.
For Natalie Rose as well, uneventful. It was definitely giving filler episode.
It
Karen looked
was,
amazing though. If Ebony not gonna do nothing else, she
baby,
gonna look brilliant. Like she's just gonna look great.
baby. When I did my trailer breakdown, I put a it was a still of her idea, and I put a caption that said Karen is serving face. Ebony, I don't know what you're doing, sis. But you're glowing.
Yes, she is.
She looked
She
amazing
really
in this
does.
episode. Like that blue, oh my god, so complimentary to her. It was just amazing. She
And
looked really
honestly,
good.
like to like not just woo over how stunning Ebony Obsidian is, right? But to just bring it back to add a little critique to it, it just also points out how brilliant of an actress she is. Because while she's glowing, she also has a much lighter energy to her, and she's in a part of the work, right? When it comes to like the script where she's able to be lighter. So I think now I can really see how much gravity and like weight she brought to those previous scenes as an actor to really sell it because now she's in a completely different plane, it feels like, where she's so light, she's so free, she's, as you mentioned, glowing and basically like floating through the rest of the scenes and just like doing her damn best. And it's such a uh interesting juxtaposition for me to watch because I know that she's capable of this. I'm not one of the people who run around here been calling her bitter and hard and all this other kind of stuff. Like she's been soft before, but it's been nice to really see Ebony as an actress be able to go to a lighter space consistently over the scope of like multiple episodes. And again, it really points out to me just how heavy she had to come into her role prior to because now she's operating from a completely different space.
And it's such a it's great to see. Like it's really great to see because I feel like even though Karen has had her moments of we're seeing like the live version of someone going through the separation of and the breaking of a relationship. Her acting is top tier.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think for me, a lot of the sadly, a lot of the actors are not being stretched on this show, so you
Mm.
kind of see them just being one dimensional. However, I think with Ebony, in her portrayal of Karen, you get to see so many emotions come out of this character, and it has been a beautiful journey to watch. It's like the magic behind the messiness.
Mm-hmm.
It has been a very entertaining. Sometimes it has brought me to tears. Her portrayal in certain things because I think it's so realistic. You know, we know what it's like when you go through a breakup and you don't want it to be the end, and you trying to maneuver through life but you still want this, even though you know it's not good for you. So to see that be displayed in a real way, where it has conjured up so many emotions, whether it be positive or negative for people, it has been a true depiction, in my opinion,
Yeah.
of what really happens when you are on that journey of healing, and what healing looks like. Because healing is not always a beautiful picture. It is messy. It is hurtful. Sometimes you go back only to make two steps forward, go back 10.
Yeah.
That journey is unpredictable. And I think that even though Tyler has got on my nerves with certain things, I think it has been a very true depiction of that journey.
I agree. And even like in the moment with her talking to Andy, which we'll talk about, because was she coming for the check, or was she coming to check on Andy, or was she really doing both? Because you said you was checking on her, girl, but you still wanted this money. So like, but when Andy said, you know, you don't, the love doesn't just cut off or something like that. You of all people should know that. Like, Ebony is so masterful is in that you could see for a moment, like, well, yeah, okay, I'm not there no more. Move on. In a split second, and like, okay, I'm back. But she registered it. So yeah, all of what we're saying.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, girl. What we want to start tonight?
I'm telling everybody to go to hell, so
Oh,
it don't
let me
really
see.
even
I had to
matter for
pull up
me.
to see the order of scenes because, girl, I just couldn't. Okay, so the first scene was Danny and Preston.
Mm-hmm.
We just want to get them out the way because I ain't like all these break going back and
Tyler, do you not
baby,
like Trinity? Like,
huh?
does Tyler dislike Trinity? Because, and I'm saying that to be facetious. I don't mean that for real. Don't go run,
I
post that
know.
on Twitter or nothing. Y'all know how some of
Yeah,
y'all like to
don't.
do.
Yes,
I am being facetious for entertainment purposes. Um, he just has been dragging Preston as a character for like the last 2 seasons. One, in having him make questionable decisions that go against his original characterization. And then two, when he is trying to move with a little bit more altruism and good guyness, he consistently gets shitted on. And it's just like, okay, you said that you're done, but are you really? But we can start at the top.
pray he is.
Danny is coming in from the debacle of a night because she done been through a lot, even though she was the whole. Anyway, I expected you to be asleep, or I thought you would be asleep. Did you want me to be asleep, or did you think I was going to be asleep? It was giving
Mm.
questions that needed to be asked.
That needed to be. Yes.
What are we mad about, Daniela? What are we mad
Yeah.
about?
Yeah. That entire. I think, but and I'm kind of skipped because my brain is it's so many scenes going through my head right now. But when he said that Danny was dismissive, and oh God, what was that? Oh, I wrote it down because I had to remember. There was so much going on tonight. Um, what did he name? Dismissive and insulting. I said you described Danny to the T. In my personal opinion, she is dismissive and she is insulting to everybody who comes within a 3 mile radius of her. She's that person. She is that. And I think the thing that got me
Not only if they
was
come within
if
a 3 mile radius of her, if you come within a foot of her with any kind of truth in hand, all hell's gonna break loose.
and that's the thing. The thing that I ain't gonna say the thing that really got me because I do expect this of Danny, and I think a lot of people from last week, they were really gung ho on Danny doing what she did about exposing this whole thing, and I think the other side, people were stating that Danny has all this, she got all this mouth for this situation, but when it comes to her personal relationships or scenarios, she does not act the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Danny, she just doesn't say anything. She deals with the okay, okay, okay. Because I was like, where is the lie? Preston isn't lying on you. Now, this is what I will say. I did not mind Preston being truthful with Danny But I don't want to say I had an issue, but it bothered me that he kept saying about her sleeping with the different men. Like, we know that to be true, but it's the fact that he kept saying, like, every sentence started with her sleeping with
Really?
the different men. I'm like, okay, you
I don't.
made the
I don't. I
point,
don't think
sir.
every sentence started with that.
He said it a lot. He
I
said it
thought he
about three,
only
four
said it. I
times.
thought he said it twice. But
He said
the
like three, four
problem at
times.
hand is you had a man at your job come into conflict with him. So it's like, if we're gonna talk about what we need to
True.
talk about, and it's a man, are you sleeping with him? Then you want to be facetious because I asked you this question as if I should have never asked you this question, as if it's outside your
Yeah.
character, but it's not outside your character. My biggest issue about the whole thing is like, be who you are. Like, something that I've been trying to articulate, or like make come up with the best way that I would want to articulate when describing myself, is that I'm a kind person, but I'm not a nice person. And I say that because I can be very giving and loving and gracious, but I also am not the one to play with. And then the when you try to play with me, you will get everything but nice.
That's
And
true.
for me, it's like a process of like coming to grasp with like being a villain, because one thing about me, I've always wanted to be liked, or whatever, like just certain things, right? One of the things I'm saying all this to say is like, you have to be honest with yourself about where you are and who you are. So if I want people to dub me as a nice person, and like when they see me, that's the first thing that they say, or the only thing that they say, then I have to give them that. I don't give them that. There's plenty of y'all on the internet who are lurking right now, who can't post in the chat right now because your ass is blocked and you created another account, and now you're trying to be stealth. And your description of Erica is not that she's a nice person. Your description of Erica is that she will get with your ass if you try her. She will come for you if you try her. She is not the one to mess with. She could be like those could be things, and whether I want that to be the characterization for me or not, that's an experience that somebody has had with me. Countless others might have had very nice experiences. There are people who have never seen a negative side of me. There are people who have never seen an attitude from me. There's people who have never seen me angry. So they would never be able to describe me in that way. But you cannot negate the things that you do just because you don't like them. And if you don't like them that bad, then why are you still doing them? Like for me with Daniela, you don't want him to bring up you sleeping with random men, but you consistently sleep with random men. And now what? He's running into a random man at your job. It's like it's sitting right in front of his face. He's not taking his hand and sticking it in your damn past and just pulling shit out just to pick a fight with you. This is a very real thing that's creating conflict within your relationship at a time that you are ducking and dodging. You're also not communicative. You're not forthcoming. You're giving him every reason to wonder. And all he can go off of is his past experience and your past experience. And however those two commingle, that's what cultivates his perception of you. So how are we going to
Yeah.
fault this man for his damn perception when he's approaching his perception from the most objective place that he can, even with that subjectivity? He's not shaming you for it. He's
Right.
literally calling the thing a thing. You have a negative connotation to sleeping with random people, sleeping with a certain number of people. He never said the word whore. You did. And that's my thing. It's like,
Exactly.
if you are uncomfortable with this, or you view doing these behaviors negatively, then why in the hell you do it? I personally don't know if I view, I'm not going to say I don't know, but maybe this is a little unpacking right now. I don't feel like I view hoeing negatively, but I also know that I don't do it. I want people to do whatever the
Mhm.
hell is going to make them happy. But that is not for me because I don't want to be referred to as a hoe. Does it make sense?
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I feel like there's some
Excuse
kind
me.
of burden of responsibility there that Danny don't never want to take on. It's like you don't want people to tell you which they see of you, but you continue to do that they can actually see. And then they wrong for telling you, but then you want to be the moral police to run around and say, well, I'm going to give it to you like it is. So everybody else get the honesty of what the situation is, except for Daniela King. How is that
Except for
fair?
Danny. Except for Danny.
I feel like I
Yeah.
went on a tangent and like went off course, but something that you said sparked all that for me.
No, but I think I agree with that. That's why I've said it countless of times. I always have this tug of war with Danny because I don't think I could deal with her in real life as a friend, because I feel like at certain moments, let's just say we're in a situation where you're holding me accountable to something that I've done. As a friend, I know that you have my best interests at heart. Alicia, I've been noticing X, Y, and Z. You said blah blah blah. Well, I'm gonna get mad at you. Now we grown. We're adults. We're not teenagers or in our early 20s. Like we're grown. So if you come to me, Alicia, this is what I've noticed. You right, Erica. You are either one or two things gonna happen. I'm gonna say you right, and I am going to change, or you're right, but that's not something I'm ready to deal with right now. But I'm not gonna make you feel like you're crazy for voicing my truth.
Yeah.
That's just what it is, and I feel like that's what Danny does.
And even if that is
Anytime
the
anybody comes at
case,
her,
go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Even if that's the case,
I need
even
to
if
get
you're
some
not
water.
at a place right now, right? Like, let's say something happened, I observe something, and I speak on it, and you don't like it, and you react, and you're defensive. I'm not even saying that that's necessarily a problem, because that's going to happen sometime when you can't fully see yourself, you don't
Hmm.
trust yourself, so it's hard for you to trust your friends. The problem with Daniela is that this consistently happens and you're never seeing her double back. Like, I would not have a problem with my friend getting an attitude with me one day, sitting with her and then coming back to me 2 days later like, so you really feel like that has happened to me
Hmm.
before. With I have done that with friends of like, wait, so you
Hmm.
really think that I am this way? Because that's what to me friendship and processing and all of that actually looks like. But Daniela like takes a very firm stance of she's always in the right when she's clearly in the fucking wrong, and then nobody else can say anything, and it's just like, girl, what is anybody supposed to do with you with this? You're giving nobody nothing
Yeah,
to work with. Preston wasn't even coming, and I am not a Preston lover. This is why I'm mad, because Tyler, the ultimatum was it for me with Preston. It's certain
yeah,
things that cis hetero males cannot do because they are on my list and they will never get their asses off my list if they do it. Right now, we're seeing one of them play out in the media, which I'm not going to speak on. And then the other is this ultimatum that Preston gave this girl. Dunzo will never look at you the same ever again. But I have to come to a certain level of defense for Preston right now, because he don't, if he was like in his emotions, if he was giving himself a little bit more credit or giving himself a little bit more range to be human and not thinking about Danny's feelings the way that she's trying to portray like he's not thinking about her feelings, then he could move a lot more agitated. He is coming to you calmly, maturely, honestly, asking you the questions that's in his head, trying to get further clarity because you have been running for days. You don't want to get woken up 2 hours before work, but just yesterday, 2 hours before work, you had your ass already in your uniform headed out the goddamn door. So which one is
okay,
it? Just last night you
okay,
said we'll talk about it in the morning. Now you don't want to get your ass up before you go to work so you can talk about it in the morning. What are we doing? And then you want me to feel
yeah.
bad for you to be crying. Why are you crying? What are you crying about? You look
Girl,
dumb
that
as
threw me the
hell.
hell off.
Cry,
That threw me the hell off.
boo-hooing. And I just wanted to be like, God damn it, why is it Sabrina coming through this door? Because, girl, shut your ass up. Why are you crying? She need a friend to tell her, why the fuck are you crying? You brought your ass in this house 3 days in a row trying to avoid this man and not speak to this man. He finally says, you know what? I can take a hint. I'm going to take my ass elsewhere. And now your ass is boo-hooing? But you also swooning after the big nigga at the job? Maybe I do got a little bit something in me. Because I didn't think I was going to reach this level today. Like, I'm looking at Danny
For
crying,
it.
and she's like, and shout out to Mignon. Because Mignon did her damn thing. She did her thing.
Yeah.
You're boo-hooing for what, ho? What are you boo-hooing about? You did not want this nigga here. Go ahead, Ellie, because I'm gonna light Danny's ass up, and I didn't know I had it in me tonight.
Girl, I'm so here for it. Please give us more. Give us more.
You,
But first of all, you're speaking nothing but facts, because the fact that Danny has been doing everything in her power to avoid having the conversation with Preston. Just like he said, we'll talk after work. You made it so you didn't have to go home to change your clothes. You wore something of Sabrina's.
Twice.
Sabrina asked you,
Once
Danny,
was
you
in
want
your
me to
whole
drop you off?
bag. Once was in your whole bag.
Okay.
The other is your girlfriend's clothes.
Okay. Okay. And then Wizard of Oz Dorothy pink shoes you had on that you click three
I have
times
a
and go
problem.
home.
I have a problem with the pink
They was
shoes.
cute. They was cute, but that's just what popped in my head. Then Sabrina asked you, Danny, you want me to drop you off first? And no, I don't want to go home. So you've been doing everything to avoid. You get home and then, well, I've just had a hell of a night. You don't even know what happened. He doesn't care what happened. Then you tell him we're gonna talk in the morning. Okay, boom. So now it's morning time. You didn't even want to get up. You didn't want to sit up. You didn't want to be engaging in the conversation with your boyfriend. It's official. I'm giving girlfriend energy. You was just on this 38 hours ago, ma'am. Now all of a sudden, but he called her and he read her like he needed to read her, because I've always stated that Preston has been nothing more than a pleasurable
Mm.
distraction for Danny. That's all he's been. And like he said, if Jonah wasn't such an asshole, would I even be here? And the fact that Danny refused to communicate effectively with him, and like you said, Ben stopped liking Preston even before the ultimatum.
Mm.
I wasn't feeling him like that, but that sealed the coffin for me. At the same time, I think the thing that really got me about that scene was, and big shout out to Trinity,
Mm.
is that as he spoke, I could feel the hurt in his voice, the disappointment in his voice. When you're trying to talk to somebody and they refuse to be honest with you, they refuse to give you the truth, even though the writing is on the wall and you can see it. That is a hurtful thing. Like, you don't even think enough of me that I'm telling you what the truth is, and you trying to make me feel like I'm crazy
Mm-hmm.
or I'm stupid. That's one thing I cannot stand. If don't make me feel like that. I do that. Don't do that. And I felt bad for him. I felt so bad for him in that moment,
Yeah.
because it's like, girl, I love you. You don't want to be with me. You don't want to say it. You are interested in this dude at the airport, and you just won't be honest. Yet, just the other day, you could tell Penelope and the 7 other people who was in Jordan's house. Gary was with my friend and your sister at the same time. Gary, you had so much mouth. I'm just gonna put it that way. You had so much mouth, so much assurance of what you were saying. Yet for your own life, you have nothing to say but okay. Okay. I said, Preston, baby, grab your boots and your flannel and get the hell out of there. I'm
And
sorry, because
skedaddle.
Danny, and then Sabrina, well, you need to get with somebody who's gonna listen to you. I'm like, girl, the fact that your friend just told
Listen to
you
her say
her and
what?
Preston was
She's
in a
a
committed
goddamn mute.
relationship, girl. That's why I said Sabrina. Sabrina, I love Sabrina. But why are you talking?
Why are you talking, babes?
Why are you
You are
talking?
quiet most of the time. Put it on mute now.
I need you to
Because
get back on mute. There we go. Get back on
you're
mute.
not going to give us the
Get with
energy
somebody
that
who's
we
gonna listen to
need.
you. You got that fine. You got fine Tony at the job. The girl just told you she was in a relationship. It didn't dawn on you to ask a question. Well, how did Preston feel when you got home late? She was on a date. Your friend was on a date. She told y'all she's in a committed relationship. I'm not understanding. Like, come
But
on,
you know,
Sabrina.
Tyler gave them all the disease of like, if one don't work out, go get another. And it's just like, no. Who is going to tell her that she need to calm it down? Calm a coochie. Because Sabrina telling her, well, you know, Tony's at the job just gave me the biggest ick, because it's like, regardless of what didn't work in reference to compatibility with Preston and Danny, right? Because there were things there that just did not align.
Yeah.
As a friend, or at least this is how I move in my friendships, I would hope that I can help my friend see certain things about herself from one relationship that she needs to improve moving on to the next. So before I usher her off and try to push her onto somebody else, are we unpacking the things that she actually needs to deal with? No. We're just making it seem like it's all the other person's problem and all the other person's fault. And the way that we fix this is if we just go ahead and take her over to another man who she's not going to speak to, another man who she's going to sleep with, another man that she's going to be hype about at the beginning because, oh, he's attracted to her,
Mhm.
but she has yet to deal with her trauma around relationships, around desire, around men specifically. And I know it has to be something specifically with black men, but we haven't gotten there yet. That is
Oh,
going to lend itself to the point where Danny gets into a relationship with this man where she's no longer intrigued, where she's no longer interested because she don't actually believe that he likes him. And that is something that is internal to Danny. Danny is running around here sabotaging the relationships that she has because she don't believe that she deserves any of it. Full stop. That is not going to change, no matter how many times the penis changes. Part of the reason why she's probably not even speaking about Jonah anymore is because she partly is telling herself in her brain that she deserved it. I know she is. But we're her friends and we ain't going to have that conversation. We her friends and we ain't
right.
going to hold her to task about that. We her friends and we not even trying to keenly watch of like what's the difference. She was spat on. She hit this boy with her car. And we're just moving around having her move in and out of circumstances with other males as if everything is normal.
Yeah. And you're cool with her trying to see what could happen with the man who was aggressively and actively pursuing her, knowing that she was in a relationship. That's the man you want for your friend?
Because he fine.
Because he fine. Because he fine.
I thought once we leave our 20s, we stop thinking that being
Girl.
fine gonna fix everything. Because
Because
those
it
be the
don't.
damn
And it won't.
demons.
Mm.
uh, yeah, so I felt bad for Preston too. I think Trinity did a
I
brilliant
really
job, like you
did.
said. He was really dropped in. I feel like Mignon was actually dropped in too with the whole nonchalant and the like blaming on. I'm like, I don't know what place she goes to be able to pull that out, but also part of the job is to never judge your character. Like the character that you play, you cannot judge
Right.
them. So, or else you cannot play them truthfully. So
Mm-hmm.
Mignon is doing her damn job, but I'm just like, God damn, Danny is in the fucking wrong. I don't know if I would be able to do it.
Yeah.
And then she crying,
Yeah.
boo hooing at the. I'm like, girl,
Boo
what
hoo.
the
Right.
hell
She
are you
couldn't even walk
crying
out the
about?
door.
You didn't even want this man. You have been actively like
Baby, she
pick
couldn't even walk out the door.
Daniela, pick a struggle and get
Just
off my
had
nerves.
Manon, you did that, sis. Manon, you did that. Because I was like, what is this? Where these steals came from? I don't know.
And why are they here?
Because she did. Because Manon is so opposite of Danny. Oh, God. She's so different. But she plays that role so well.
Mm-hmm.
She plays that role so well. Um, yeah. We just want to finish Manon. We just want to finish Danny's stuff out
Let's go here and
and
finish
get her
it.
over with. Then she goes to the job, and of course, who's there? Tony.
Tyler.
Now, Erica. Now, this is how I'm feeling, right? So tell me your thoughts, right? I don't want to see this happen, but I honestly feel like Tony is gonna be the person that we see Danny drop her walls down for.
Wow.
Girl, I don't know.
He don't
And
know
I
what he's
said that that's so
doing.
funny you said why. But I really feel that way. I really feel like
What is he
because
gonna
because
do
I
with
don't
it?
understand why she likes him. Huh?
What is he gonna do with it?
I don't know, but that's what I'm saying because even though Danny, I think she's somewhat like Preston for whatever the reason is. I don't know why Danny feels like really comfortable with Tony, and I just feel like this is gonna be a character that Danny could possibly really connect with. Even though
But
I'm not here for it, I can see that happening.
why? He's a mess. He's a fraudulent line ass mess. Tyler, Tyler, what vice president at an airline has time to sit in an abductor's van and listen to conversations over the course of 6 months from
Yeah,
a goddamn on
yeah,
desk
yeah.
agent, ramp agent person? He's a VP. Talk about we need to go in and work to make this money unless you hit the lottery. He probably makes 4 5 times as much as she does. If he's a
Yeah.
VP. Tyler, stop pulling this out your ass, please. 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 He got 2 other cars and the only car he wanna drive is the rape van?
So he can feel close to his daddy.
I
Everything
fear you
about
might
Tony
be
gives
right,
me.
friend. You might be right. She gonna open
I
up to
think
this
so.
man. But this man has nothing to say, but me and my boys are great. Me and my boys
We're
are
real
fine.
people.
Me and my boys can make a steak. Like,
We're
he
good
has
people.
nothing to talk about. At least Preston had something to him. Even with all the damn cow talk and the bluegrass, it was something there. This man has said so many words and said nothing over the course of a week. And I'm just like, what is it that's attracting you to him?
Yeah, I don't know.
It looked like he got racks for brains.
Yeah, is he the male equivalent to Danny?
No, because I feel like Danny is smarter than she allows herself to be. I
Okay.
feel like she leans heavily into the lowest vibration, the lowest version of herself. But there's clearly another version there. I don't know no other version of Rockhead. I don't. Like, I ain't seen it for him from the jump.
That's true. I don't know what it is, but I'm like, I see it. I can see it. I can see it playing out. I can definitely see it playing out.
Girl, you about to fall in love with this man, but what exactly are you falling in love with? He has not communicated what lifestyle he can afford you. He has not shown you any type of intellect that you can actually learn. Well, maybe Erica, why are you looking at this girl from the things that you look for with these niggas? She just probably looking
Yeah.
for a big. Okay, never mind. Never mind.
Yep. Yep. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Tiffany Banks said Danny said before that she wants to marry a black man. Is that the only criteria? You in Atlanta, babes. Pick another.
I mean, they out there.
Please pick another.
Yeah. I think that's all we did. Was that all we did? I
I don't
think.
know. I feel like the whole they're like two sides of the same coin felt forced. Okay, you wanted to beat his ass, but you took your belt off instead. Like, so you really didn't want to beat his ass. Like, let's be real. If you wanted to beat
Yeah.
his ass would have been beat.
You would have beat it. Yeah, okay. We on the same page.
Like, I don't know. Like, I think in theory and of course on the page, Tyler is trying to make it like, oh, they're just alike, so they'll be perfect for each other. But I just don't see it, and it could just be because I decided long ago that I don't like this. I don't know.
I
Y'all tell
don't
me
see
in
it
the
either.
comments.
I don't see it either. I don't want to see it, but I think the way that Tyler is leaning into it, that's the direction that he's going in. But initially, when Danny was like, when Andy was like, did we just meet three great guys in Atlanta? And Danny was like, yeah, we did. And I'm just like, what?
What makes him
What did
so
you?
great? Like, that's
What
what I
makes him
need to
so good?
understand, Tyler. You skipping over parts that we need. You got him on the bus, and then you want us to believe that this is just great because what? They didn't drag them off to the bush and because they have yet to attack them or disrespect them. What about them is so great? What are you falling for?
Because the basketball coach taught them how to be great men. Three outstanding black men who are all recently divorced.
Jordan
I
too
said,
busy
Tyler, I just
stuttering
can't.
and looking at Andy's damn body Rich is probably the closest to Sabrina because the both of them barely talk. So I don't even know what the hell y'all just looking at each other's eyes because y'all gorgeous black folk. So okay, cool. And then Tony talks too goddamn much, and so does damn Danny. But none of it speaks to like what you would actually fall for. Like I don't know,
Yeah.
is Danny like attracted to the mess of it all? Like the audacity for him to like pursue her while she's clearly, speaking to being in a committed relationship with Preston.
I don't know. And I think that's the bad part because I don't know. Other than what somebody said, the fact that Danny wants to marry a black man, I don't know what she's looking for in a man, period. I don't know what she wants. I don't know what she's attracted to. I have no idea because based on her track record, all it takes is a penis.
All it
And you
takes,
qualified.
that is
You know what I'm saying?
it.
You qualified.
And it ain't even gotta be a good one because clearly her binoculars is broke because she brought on Jonah's old can't perform behind. So clearly, whatever little measuring stick that she was using to scope him out and bring him home is broken. On top of the fact that his ass is abusive. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Audio. I'm so sorry. I was just checking the audio. Yeah, that's all I got for Daniela. Daniela, count your days, girl. And I don't know. I'm like, I've been grappling with the idea of like friendship breakups over the last few weeks because I know I've been calling for it a lot more, specifically with this season of Sistas. And I don't want it to feel trivial or trite when I bring that up. And I don't want to just do it arbitrarily. But like, what is Daniela bringing to this friend group? What is anybody benefiting off of from her existence? And it's not like, oh, I don't want her to exist. I'm just saying, like, she's not doing nothing for herself in her life. She's not adding to y'all's life. So, like, what are we doing?
And they've reached that point of a lot of things are just history. And I know I am a person where I do examine my friendships. And there are certain people who I was like super close to at one point that we're not as close, but they're still my dog, they're still my sister. But they're not in my, I would say they're a part of my village, but they're not in my inner circle.
And that's where I
And
think Danny needs to be moved to.
yeah,
She needs to be moved out of the inner circle because it's like one thing, like, even with me just saying that just now, I'm like, okay, well, why does people have to be useful? Everybody's not going to be useful at every season of their life, which I get. But like, you also can't cause harm. And Danny comes with a lot of chaos sometimes. So if you're not adding to, except for additional drama, no tack or coof, then now you are actually detracting, which means that you need to be addressed.
yeah. And it, even though I know it'll never happen on this show, but it is to me. I think it's a good discussion. Like Danny is so forward with her mindset towards the men that her friends date. So much so that she will approach them because I remember when I think she told Calvin that she didn't like him for Sabrina,
Mm-hmm.
that she didn't want him to wake up 5 years from now and realize that he's gay
Yep.
and you've hurt my friend. That's a bold statement
Yep.
to say to somebody that you don't even know. Like that's bold as hell. But the man that you claim you love, that you are intimate with, that you have committed yourself to, you can't have that same type of boldness when it comes to him laying it all bare with you. So it's like at some point, I feel with the sisters, even though, like I said, I don't think it's gonna happen. There has to be a conversation that's had because you can't get off on if y'all didn't want nobody to keep it real. I don't know why y'all invited me because y'all know if I'm here, I'm gonna say what it is. Girl,
Yeah.
that don't shut up.
Please shut up.
That's not you.
Shut
That's
the
not
hell
you.
up, please.
That's not you. Mm-mm. That's not
And
you.
even like going back real quick to just Preston, to me being very gracious to her, the whole this is your conversation rubbed me the wrong way because you clearly have something going on as well. He wanted to give you the floor. He clearly has issues, but he even was open to like you saying whatever, and you just sat there and said, I don't have nothing to say. This is your conversation.
Yeah.
So even if you're not gonna be
Yes.
bold enough to answer the questions that he have, be bold enough to say, I just don't know anymore. I am confused. But see, you're not going to do that because you don't take accountability. And using I statements means that you have some type of accountability or culpability in the circumstance that you find yourself. Child, it's
Absolutely.
childish.
Absolutely. Who next? You want to go to Zach and Fatima?
Yes. Y'all, mark my
Okay.
words, next season, well, Trinity not supposed to be returning, right? She gonna be
I
going
don't think
crying.
he's returning.
She gonna be crying after Preston in the season 8 watch. Um, we could go to
Yeah.
Zatima.
All right. So they make their way.
I'm so tired of them.
Girl.
Okay,
So they
let
make
me
their
hold
way.
on
What's
real
the
quick before I because I just made that statement. Niggas like to run with it. I don't know if I'm tired of Zatima or if I'm just tired of the repetitive storyline. I personally am not of the committee that's making the fan art and the little edits and whatnot. That all I care about is seeing the visual that is the team on screen. For me, if they're not doing anything, if the story is not moving forward, why are we seeing them? Why am I watching Zach with another hunger strike after he cooked? Then why you make yourself a plate if you wasn't gonna eat it? Like, Fatima, you know what? Go ahead. Do your intro, Ellie, because I'm over. I got the same energy for them as I got for Danny.
Oh God. Okay.
You knew you wasn't gonna eat it while you was fucking cooking it. Why did you make yourself a plate and then sit in front of it? You look dumb.
Baby. Baby. Let me say I am in total agreement with you, okay? And I feel the same way because I get a lot of people that are like, well, they got their own show. Why they the thing that gets me is for the past, I'm gonna say what 4 episodes, we have gotten repetitive dialogue between Zach and Fatima. It's been no different. It's been literally the same things.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, okay. So first of all, they go to Heather house to go check on Michael.
Because what? Nosy neighbor said, "Get your asses over here now."
It's police everywhere. I said, I didn't see nobody when they pulled up.
Not
Did
a,
you see the
not a
ambulance?
soul.
I didn't even see an EMS truck. I ain't see nothing. But the dude that was wrapping her wrist, I said, well, where the commotion at? Okay. So we just came to check on Michael. Y'all can leave. Now I ain't gonna lie, I was here for Heather saying what you said. It was like, what you gonna do? Hit me again?
I didn't even know.
Damn,
I didn't
was
look at the
you know what I mean?
credits. I gotta look at the credits because I think quite a few people was dropped in tonight. The scenes were not seen in reference to how short
No.
they were, but people came to work to work. Okay, the young lady who plays Heather, I believe her ass. I really believe
Me
her.
too. Me too. And I've seen her in other stuff. She's just as proper as can be. But girl, I'm like night and day, baby. She playing the hell out of Heather. But I was here for it because I was like, Fatima go around doing stuff, even though she did put the girl head through glass or mirror or whatever it was. That scene was a lot. The dude that was over
I'm
there
trying to be
smoking, he
nice. Well, you need to be trying to find your ass on the other side of my damn door. What are you telling me? You trying to be nice? Coming in my house in the middle of the night, telling me you trying to be nice? I don't give a damn.
that's what she said.
I'm trying to be
Heather,
nice.
I'm trying to be nice. I would have said me too.
Tr-
Me too, Fatima. I'm
Try
trying to be
to
nice as
find your
well.
ass outside. Can you do that? Since
Trying
we
to be
trying
nice.
shit.
Since we trying to be nice.
Yes, they go to the house. The crazy thing to me, and this is Tyler. I'm going. I'm gonna be very intentional about making sure I'm clear of what I'm tacking onto these characters versus what I'm gonna go ahead and put in Tyler's court. Tyler,
Okay.
how they come back downstairs to talk with the nosy ass neighbor? She asks, "Is the baby good?" They say he good. Did y'all see that? Y'all came to see if the
Hey,
boy was
talk.
fine, or right? Like y'all came to check on him and did no checking. You came to check on him, and all I saw you do was try to check Heather. Meanwhile, she's getting a freaking wound, clothes sewn up, treated, whatever. Medical attention is happening to her. There's some random nigga in the corner, and it looked like she just went to work behind hers, if you ask me. If you ask me, it looked like she done found out like what's really happening while she at work, and if she came home with the shit and did what she needed to do in her house, and now here come Tweedledee and Tweedledoofus up her damn steps through her damn door, trying to come at her about it.
Yes.
Talk about I'm checking on my
Yes.
son and don't bend your ear or your neck or your head round the corner to look at the look. Like, y'all are so full of
Yeah.
it. It is so performative. You here to check on Michael and you ain't put no eyes on him. You ain't even asked to put eyes on him. You know what? Cool. I'll get out your house. Just let me see him real quick and I'll bop me, boop, I'm gone. No. We try to be nice. Better not be nothing wrong with my son. Heather, can I talk to you real quick? No! All you need to do is say, "Can I see Michael?" 2 seconds.
Baby, this is what got me. Michael, you all right? Were you expecting him to say yes? The child don't talk. Why did you yell that? I said, Tyler Paris, Tyler Paris. What are you doing? Because you have made it well known to us that this baby does not talk. The fact that Zach even screamed at him, Michael, you alright? What was he supposed to say? And
And
then
you
I think
break
that's gonna
down
be
doors. You break down doors, but you come through this door that's wide open and you don't just head straight to his room.
girl.
It's just so much.
We
I
here.
don't.
We here. And then the door was open. Why the hell did he knock? I said, what's happening? What is happening right now? Just, I rock with sisters, and I try to stay committed, God. I try to stay loyal. But it be stuff going on, and I'm just like, why is this happening right now? But that was the thing that pissed me off about that scene. You went there with the sole purpose to make sure you got up out your bed to go over there to make sure Michael was okay, and I get it, but you never laid eyes on him. You didn't examine his body to make sure that nothing happened. But like you said, the way I looked at it was Heather didn't want to say anything about that. Maybe she did catch this man mistreating her child or whatever the case may be, and she did what she had to do as a mother. Like you won't touch that one again. And maybe she didn't want to cause commotion with Zach. I don't know, but it's the fact that why are you at my house? I got this.
Well, also, you didn't
I
position
got
yourself as
this.
the damn enemy because you're automatically trying to take her son from her without actually discussing what you think is going down in her house so that she could actually rectify it. So if she's in the process of trying
Right.
to rectify it right now, she can't divulge to you what is actually going on because this becomes evidence against her. So she has to handle it alone. Because what? Y'all forgot that y'all could have helped her ass. You decided to demonize her ass. And while we're not asking to
Correct.
check on Michael, you also don't ask what happened to you. You don't ask shit. Like you just Tweedledee and Tweedledoofus, I can't. And y'all stay out the comments coming for me about, oh, you just hate Zach and Fatima. They're giving you reasons to not like them. They're not likable. They're making purely unlikable decisions. Unrealistic decisions, unrelatable ass decisions, elitist black folk decisions, and I don't bang with elitist black folk. Fatima, you trying to be nice. You trying to be nice and you ain't asking she okay?
Yeah.
Leaking all over the damn living room, but you trying to be
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. It, that's one of the things that get me too. You came to my house unannounced. It's at night. Heather understands it was the nosy neighbor who probably called them to come over. It's not even a you in my house, and then because I'm getting bandaged up, so I'm my emotions and my adrenaline is running. You coming in here asking me questions. I don't want you here, and you got all the audacity to tell me that you trying to be nice. Trick, if you don't get out of my house,
Get the
that's
hell
why I was
out.
so glad when the cops came. Hey, if you don't live here. Okay, I need both of y'all need to go. Period. No, it better not be wrong with my son. Well, if you just take 3 steps into his bedroom, you could find that out yourself, sir. As you
Right,
stated,
sitting back there
Erica,
with some
y'all
damn
done busted.
headphones on. Having probably gave that boy
Okay,
a little
okay,
iPad with some headphones and went to work in that damn living room. And here come Tweedledee and Tweedledam dumb. See,
yeah, yeah. I'm like, it's interesting. It's real interesting. What was wrong with Heather's arm? We don't know. She said she cut it on some glass, but I don't believe that. But we just want to go ahead and finish out the Taylors.
yes, please.
Okay. Um, I'm gonna need. Okay.
Because I'm pretty much done with
I
their
need
asses.
Tyler to stop putting Karen's name in their dialogue when they ain't got nothing to talk about.
Ooh,
When their stuff get a little bit stale, I'm gonna need y'all to leave Karen where she at.
ooh.
Also, I'm gonna need stop first of all, and I'm kind of going into Karen this thing with Karen when she called Fatima about the toys and whatnot. One thing I can appreciate is the fact that Karen understood that something she was not okay emotionally, and she did what she had to do to get that taken care of by going making an appointment with her doctor because she understood my behavior has been up and down and this is not me, so I'm taking the proper steps to ensure that I'm healthy for my child. Okay, cool. The faces that Fatima was making when Karen called her, I had a problem with it because I'm like, why are we acting as if you and Karen haven't had decent conversations the past few episodes? Why are we acting so shocked and so, oh my God, like the one word, okay, okay. I'm like, really? She ain't been on when she came to your house to drop off the stuff. Y'all have had decent conversation, decent interaction. Apologize, all of that. Correct. And then with Zach, when she tells Zach about the conversation, I'm like, Zach, why are you acting as if this is a Karen that you don't know? This is the same woman who took care of your trifling ass for 3 years. You ain't miss a meal because you ain't lose no weight. You ain't miss a meal. None of this stuff. This person you know. So I mean, is she crazy? Is she? And I said I don't like this narrative. Keep Karen name Tyler. Keep Karen name our day conversation. Don't have her call them no more. No, she don't need to do none of that. I'm sorry, I'm not here for it. On this journey that she on right now, she don't need to be involved with them. Oh, they said they can't hear you, Erica.
Karen is crazy, but Hayden gets strung up like some Christmas lights on his car. Karen is crazy, but Heather's head gets put through a damn mirror. Karen
Okay,
is crazy, but like
Deja's arm gets muzzled in a locker at the gym,
they just groceries get thrown up against her damn door as if groceries is not $800.
and she punched Deja in the face. I think. Yeah, she did punch her on Zatima.
Yeah,
She
she
punched her.
punched her.
Uh huh.
But
Yeah,
Karen's
Karen
crazy.
crazy. But you busted every window out of Hayden's car, broke into his house, and destroyed his father's ashes. But Karen is crazy. Okay.
Karen is crazy, but Andy and Zach need to know that you got that bitch in you, and you just black out every now and again. Okay.
And then when Zach said, "Is she crazy?" Fatima stated, "I've been asking people that." Said, "I don't like this.
Karen is
I
crazy,
don't like you."
but you sneak home from a hair appointment because your treacherous ass best friend that you knew was probably treacherous is trying to sleep with your man, and you try to bust a cap in her ass in y'all's house.
Okay. 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 I'm just saying.
But
I'm just saying
you trying to get people to confirm for you that she crazy.
that she crazy.
Got it. Wait, it says I'm still on mute. I'm not on mute anymore, am
No.
I? Okay. They have to make Karen the villain to have a story. Listen. But
Tell the truth, shame the
the
devil.
crazy thing is, I think that that's the low hanging fruit, and I'm not negating what you're saying because that's what it feels like. But in the moment on the tail end of that conversation, where she actually realized that Karen wasn't start calling to start no stuff, I feel like there was more story there. It's more story in the X and the next coming together for this collective problem for Zach. Since we all gonna save Zachary from his own shit,
Yeah.
like the better story is what does that look like? If they actually develop a budding friendship, if they actually can lean on one another. If Karen becomes the person, maybe not to talk about Zach problems with, but to talk about what happened with Belinda, to talk about stuff that she don't get really, substantial advice from Angela about. If Karen becomes that person, that's interesting. That's a story to tell right there.
Yeah.
That whole them making Karen a villain so that they can have a story is tired and it's unsubstantiated. Because even with her being a villain in y'all's story, y'all like Zach is still terrorizing you, Fatima. So low key, you sleeping with the villain, honey, and we all see it but you. So now y'all can't even sell us the propaganda no more that Karen is the problem because Zach has been the problem from the start.
From the start. When you have to ask your partner every day, how do you put up with me? How do you deal with this? Why you ain't walked away? How are you still here? Why are you still here? And the answer is always, because I love you. Because I love you. Because I love you. I said, baby, Fatima, what's love got to do with it, sis?
What's love got to do with
You
it?
have, you have, and I know the people coming. I don't give a damn. When I say Fatima has lost her entire being in this relationship, I'm like, sis, you no longer in school. You don't even work for chain breakers anymore. You got with Zach and everything that you were doing outside of this relationship, other than your job, you don't do anymore. Ain't no nobody's calling you out on it. You don't see it because you love him. You're willing to lose yourself because you love him. And to me, Zach hasn't shown or proven anything to make me feel like what you're like this. Who are you without him? Like that's my question. I know people love to come in my comments and all of that. And it's like, but who is she without him? That's the thing. When people say, "Oh, I love Zach and Fatima together," okay, that's great. I had one young lady, I can't remember that was on the last live we did, or she was under my video. I don't remember, but she stated that if she would have left her husband or boyfriend, or whatever, in the earlier parts of their relationship, she wouldn't have the marriage that she has now. And I'm not putting down anyone's marriage, but my thing is, why do we celebrate struggle love? How many years did you have to endure to get to this promise, this friendship, this budding relationship? But you had to endure. And I'm sorry, I hate that narrative. You do not have to struggle. You do not have to endure to get that love that you've always wanted and dreamed of and prayed for. And why is it it's the woman who has to endure those hardships? And then when you tell your story, it's like, girl, yeah, we've been together for 15 years, but girl, 7.5 on was pure hell. I don't want that. don't want that to be my testimony. I don't want that to be my story. When you look at Zach and Fatima, they've been together for what, 2 months? So let's just say 9 weeks. Out of the 9 weeks, what have they experienced? And so we talk about this a lot on the show, and I know I've seen the comments in here about, oh, it's just a show, it's not that deep. It's discussion. And the things that really reflect real life, these things happen. But yeah, we celebrate them because they look good. That's why I always say, if Fatima was my friend or somebody friend, they wouldn't be rooting for her to be with Zach or to stay with Zach. It just wouldn't. So I understand you go through trials and tribulations. I get that. But it's like the stuff that Zach did, ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell. And I drop and give up my life? No. Mm-mm. I'm sorry.
Mm-mm.
Nope. Can't do it.
Everything that you said, friend.
Can't do it.
I'm sick of
Mm-mm.
it when it comes to them. Honestly, I'm sick of them being lauded as like the moral compasses of the show, as what everybody should aspire to and think is so great when they clearly
Yeah.
have a very codependent, toxic foundation for their relationship that
Yeah.
requires, like, their relationship does not work if Fatima does not center Zach. And I don't know how y'all don't see it.
Period.
I don't know, and I'm not saying y'all who get it in the chat, but like the majority of the audience,
Yeah.
I don't know how that isn't a bigger conversation about the self-sacrifice that has to happen to prop up this relationship, and how that should not be a requirement for a relationship, especially if you're trying to have a healthy one. Um, yeah, I don't have it to do. In all honesty, Fatima taking time to find herself again will probably make her better within this relationship. And if she could develop some kind of goddamn boundaries and maintain her own personality and individuality, that would make her a stronger spouse or potential partner.
Yeah.
The same way that Zach needs to be able to stand on his own.
Period. Child, what else happened? I had to write down the scenes because it was so many.
Child, I'm just
Um,
here for the vibes in the chat with y'all, cause I,
Girl,
I
me
remember
too.
what you say after, like, if you tell me what the scene is, I will have watched it, cause I mean, will know cause I watched it, but I couldn't tell you where my brain is right now. I couldn't.
Um, Brian and Karen. He calls her to come down to the salon because he's excited because they can start the work on it. Um, and before she goes to pick up the check or goes to check on Andy. I know you talked about that briefly, like what she did a check on Andy or get that
I
check.
didn't like
I think it was
that.
for both.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I didn't. I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't like how that felt. Like, and I'm not saying she's wrong for it. It's just like, I don't know. I feel like I hyper focus on Karen because I'm always looking to, like, I'm looking for what people are going to say, and I feel like that's going to give people room to, like, oh, she's not even Andy's real friend. She just wants the money from her. So I wish that it would have been like a separate encounter where we got to actually see her just checking on Andy purely and not needing anything, and then
yeah. I I agree with that. I felt like it was one of those things where she was gonna check on Andy anyway, but got the call
right.
that Brian was at the salon. But I do get what you're saying. So she goes to the salon. I said, "But I'm sorry, Brian is giving very much I want to freak you vibes." Um, but I've seen some people state this, and I wonder what your thoughts are about this. Is it possible that Brian knows Aaron
Hell
and
yeah, that's the
somehow
all. That's the
Aaron
only thing that's on my brain
betrayed?
right now. That's the only thing that's on my brain right now, Allie. I ain't even gonna hold you, and I did not think this
Mm-hmm.
before. I did not think this before we actually got on this call, and I was like, I have to come up with something because I don't know what I want to say. It, I don't. You married with 7 kids. You seem happy. Your wife don't have to worry about you. You're very, very forward. Somebody got to be putting you up to this
Yeah,
because you're determined to help this girl.
so much so.
And I ain't mad at it.
So
I ain't
much
even gonna
so.
hold you, Aaron. Do your thing. Are you mad at it if it is him behind this?
No, I'm not. I'm so not. Because I feel like I believe that Aaron respects what Karen says, so he's trying to keep his distance, but it's still Aaron at the end of the day. And I can see him doing this.
Mm-hmm.
I really can. I'm just like, is it possible? Because he rushed to get off the phone when she pulled up in the car. Like, I don't think he was speaking to his wife. So, girl, I don't know, but I'm so interested in finding out
And
because
and
he's
and
just. I'm like, you don't even know this woman.
and Brian, like I get some people are saying it's creepy. It's too familiar. I will say that. And
Yes,
that's the part that's leaning to me, that's pushing me in the direction of like maybe Aaron is behind this because he is so familiar with her. But I feel like even with the familiarity that he has, it kind of feels like it's brushing upon flirtation, but it never really crosses that line. And I think that that's a question, or that's something for us to consider as a society, because I think sometimes we can automatically dub a man as flirting if they're nice to a woman, because it's not the norm for men to really be nice.
hmm
So I'm struggling with like with everything that we see him do, putting it in the category of like he's flirting or he's trying to get with her. And for me, having Aaron be behind it and that be the familial tone, and him having a backstory, having a mission, and being sent in by a man who truly loves her this way, that would just explain every last one of these interactions. It would
yeah,
explain the tone. It would explain the vibe that is felt. Because while it could feel creepy and flirty, it also feels very endearing and protective.
it does. It's different, and I am interested in seeing the exploration of excuse me of someone actually just wanting the best for a person, just for humanity's sake.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want anything from you. I'm not trying to get with you. It's not something that we see often. It's
Yeah.
just not. And it will be interesting. The only thing I have a pause on when it comes to Brian is the popping up at her house unannounced at night.
Mm.
Like, that's the only thing. But I'm so interested in seeing what's gonna happen with this thing as far as her salon is concerned. Like, moving to another location, her actually, what is it, owning the building or something like
Yeah.
that. Like that, the ownership of it. Um, yeah,
I love
I'm
that.
definitely interested.
Except for the
Me
fact that
too.
like she's now is using Andy's money for it, and if they do break up as friends at some point down the line, then Andy owes the building. Nah. Well, I mean, she would actually have signed for. I don't know, girl. Put your name on a damn deed. That's all I know. Put your name on a deed. But she could come out better off than she was before the fire actually happened, which I actually love for her. And what
Yeah.
contractor is like is going out finding you property? He ain't no damn real estate agent. He didn't even have no damn quotes before. And now it's making me think like, because I had an issue with him being there, being in the building for a whole hour and not have no damn numbers to give her when she got there. I'm like, did you have to go consult with
Yeah.
Aaron? Like, is Aaron subsidizing this? Is Aaron like, you know, gonna pay the difference of what it actually costs versus what you got greenlit from her? And I ain't gonna
Yeah.
hold you. That might be stalkerish because I know y'all love to give Aaron the blues, but baby, I wish a nigga would for me. Baby, I wish he would. Love my ass so much that you go ahead and put some money down on a damn studio space for me to produce some shit. Yes, yes, please. I done told you I need
Yeah.
some damn space, so you stay out my goddamn site and then you come send your well-to-do friend to make sure I get everything that I need.
I mean, yeah.
I ain't mad at
I
it.
would be here for it. I'm sorry. I would be here. I wouldn't have any objections if that is the case.
Me either.
I
And it
wouldn't.
also keeps Aaron around, which I love that for us.
Me too. Oh, me too. Me too.
Coley, what are you whining about?
I love it. So that was all with that. She ended up going with him in this car because she was gonna drive herself. And
Yeah.
he's like, "You don't trust me."
No, we don't trust you. I don't know you.
I would have said, "No, I don't." And also, as she said, what would your wife think if she see a strange woman in your car? Because I saw somebody was like, not in this chat. They was like, I wouldn't be surprised if Karen tried to mess with this married man. I'm like, shut up.
Y'all
We're
like
even
hate
trying to
this
have a legit
girl.
discussion.
Y'all hate her so bad. Like, what is the
So bad.
problem? Get well soon, baby.
Even to the lady, I'm gonna call you. I don't remember your screen name, sis, but you know who you are. Watch how Karen act when she find out Andy ain't messing with Gary no more. Where did this narrative
Oh yeah,
come
that was
that
on our
Karen
last Our
has
Sisters
messed
Keeper
with
live.
Gary?
Okay, that was a comment on our last Our Sisters Keeper, and I signed off the
Okay,
comments
it was
after
okay,
seeing that.
yeah.
Girl, where y'all get this from? Like y'all don't like Karen so much that y'all literally stop paying attention to her unless she raises her voice or does something that's going to support the narrative that you have in your mind about her. Because nothing in her character shows that she would ever sleep with Gary on a. She would not sleep with Gary with Andy's coochie. So like,
Ever.
what are we talking about?
Yeah. And I'm talking that was a long ass comment too. Like she put some thought in this. I'm like, if you were thinking, you wouldn't have thought that. Period. Because I don't know
I
where the hell that came
can't.
from.
I can't. Now that Andy's done, she's gonna go to get.
I said, what? Okay. Okay. Girl, what happened? Who next?
Dee tells us I didn't want Aunt Karen to get in this car.
What happened?
They didn't want Karen to get in his car. Somebody is
Um,
there. Somebody at the building. Maybe Aaron gonna be at the building when they get over there. Aaron, don't reveal yourself yet. It's definitely something. It's way more to this contractor than Tyler let on to begin with, and I'm actually glad because I really enjoy Jason Weaver. Um,
I was. I like him.
I'm praying that it's a good story that Tyler's setting up.
Yeah. We gonna see.
Um,
We gonna be fine.
all right.
Oh, Andy and Jordan. That quick conversation. Um, about his sister want to talk to her. She don't know if she want to do it yet. Um, he wants to meet her for lunch. She don't know if she want to do it yet. I mean, okay, okay. Now I did see an interesting comment. I know I didn't agree with it, but I saw a lot of people did on Facebook, and they were saying they felt that Andy was treating Jordan wrong, like it was his fault. And I didn't get that vibe from Andy. I didn't get
I
that
don't
she
think that she was
felt,
treating him wrong. I think that she was offended by him asking that, and she has like a certain energy to her. Um,
yeah,
I think that, but also the energy that she has is not even from him asking, "Did she know?" and her being offended by it. I think there's also a little level of shame to being
yeah,
caught in that circumstance, and
absolutely,
how people will see you moving forward.
yeah. It's embarrassing like that. That was an embarrassing moment for her, and I am under the impression that she doesn't know how Jordan feels.
Hmm.
This is somebody that she obviously did like, wanted to get to know, and now having to find out that the man that I was messing with is engaged to your sister and she's carrying his child. That's a hell of a situation to be in.
Yes,
So
Lord.
I was like, I don't believe Andy was coming at him like that. Now when he was like, Gary ain't no whatever his statement was, and she said, I'm not gonna do that. Which I agree. I don't want to sit here and talk to you about him.
Yep.
Like I am in total agreement with her on that. But I didn't feel that she was, being any kind of way with him. That's just an interesting scenario
Yeah.
to be in.
And Andy is very non-confrontational, so her first
Extremely.
response is always going to be passive aggressive.
Absolutely. Well, let me see. And I think the last thing was Hayden, Tamara, and Gary.
I gotta learn these actresses' names. So Heather and the girl who plays Tamara, I gotta learn their names because they are growing on my ass like a fungus. Tamara looked damn good here.
She
All
did.
I can think about is her walking back in the house. I was like, damn, her ass is fat.
She did. I said, she done walked her baby down them little 4 steps, kissed him, make sure he have a great day. I said, all right, Tamara, you better, baby, you playing this role,
You
okay?
playing it. I don't know how I feel about it because Gary got proof. What proof? They only had face to face conversations. Where's your private eye getting any kind of paperwork from? What is it? The
That's what
damn
I want to know.
W-9 from Eden? Okay, she a stripper. And like even
That's what I
if
want to
Gary
know.
is stringing it together, this is Fatima's cousin. Her cousin owns this. Tamara works there. Okay, cool. There's still a bunch of circumstantial evidence, and I know y'all. I know that we know that this is actually the case. But Gary got to the bottom of it a little bit too quick for me, and Hayden is believing it a little bit too quick for me. Like him now. Oh, I'm gonna make her life a living hell.
Yeah.
Behind Gary, the same man who has a whole pregnant that you don't even know about.
Yeah.
He bought Andy a Rolls
That
Royce
was
in a
my thought.
penthouse, Hayden. You know this nigga is dumb, and you're gonna sit up here and now launch some little arch villain ass plan against the girl who you have fallen head over heels in love with, all because Gary told you something and showed you some damn pictures.
Yeah. I agree with you. It happened too fast. His response of what he was gonna do, it was a little too quick for me. The whole thing, as you stated, with Fatima and Tamara and Madam, all of that stuff was done over the phone.
Or
When
face to
Tamara came
face.
into the law firm, she had the conversation with Fatima. Even if you were, there was nothing that was shown on the outer parts that Gary could conjure up what he conjured up, at
Yes.
least in my opinion. How did you get this? How did you obtain this information? She playing you as a setup with Fatima. She works for Fatima's cousin. As you stated, so what? If she was a stripper, is a stripper, okay, cool. How did you get this information about the whole setup?
Fatima
That's
ain't
what I'm
even
not
paid a girl, so you can't even track that.
exactly.
Like,
Exactly. I'm like, deal with your own stuff. It's amazing to me how you have private eyes and not, all these detectives and all this stuff, not, and you doing all this foul stuff yourself.
you got private eyes
Like
checking on
Gary,
Hayden and what he got going on, but you ain't had no private eye following Andy to find out that she's dating your damn fiance, baby mama's brother.
okay,
Seems to me like you paying the wrong private eye.
to facts, big facts. That scene was just,
I don't know. I think I'm also very annoyed with it because now I just realized that we have to give up Hayden, the Hayden that we've
I know,
started to like,
I know.
maybe even
I
could
wasn't enjoying him.
eventually love. Now I got to go back to hating him and wishing nothing but death and misery upon him and all his lineage.
Yeah, I loved, even in the beginning of this scene, like, you gonna come here. I know we cool and everything, but you can't be coming to my house unannounced, uninvited, and disrespect my girl like that. Like, I love this Hayden.
Love that
Now
Hayden. Love it.
we about to go back to something. About to go back to something else. I don't see it. I don't want to see it.
Tiffany says maybe they're gonna slow it down next episode. Maybe, child. I mean, and I understand him. I don't know. I feel like the most authentic response would be him having animosity for Fatima, but still trying to see the good in Tamara.
Yeah, I would hope that's the direction. I would hope so.
But I don't know because the preview got Tamara talking about who was Fatima. Like y'all just had a whole standoff at the damn law firm where Zach was kikiing up in your face. You know who the hell Fatima is.
And that's my. I was just like, I'm like, he literally just introduced y'all. What you mean? Hey, I said okay. Okay.
But again, Gary got Beyonce's fucking 24 hours in his day because he don't have what everybody else goddamn got.
You sure don't.
He came back within 12 hours with paper proof behind some shit that has nothing to do with him. Okay, Gary, you got it. Misery loves company. Ain't that the damn truth?
It does. Misery definitely love company.
DD Taylor said Fatima didn't
I
want her to
think.
take this too far. Fatima shouldn't have started in motion because once you started, you don't have control over where it goes.
What was stated?
Fatima didn't want her to take it too far.
Talking about Heather?
Tamara.
Oh, Tamara.
But I just feel like, yes, she didn't want her to take it too far, but you also don't have no control over it. And then you didn't want to pay her. Like, you was moving real shicey for somebody who wanted to maintain control over the circumstance. The moment that you said that you wasn't going to pay her, then what the hell is she doing this for? Okay, bet. I'm going to get my money out of you or out of him. I'm going to get my money.
That's why certain things that Fatima does, I just be questioning some things. You intentionally went to your cousin, asked for the best gold digger she had because you wanted her to get Hayden off of you and Zach. Then you didn't want to pay the gold digger for her services. What sense does that make? I said, what? Like, what gold digger giving out free services for saying, understand you? What you mean you want to pay this girl? So when you refused to pay her, Heather said, Tamara said, the hell with you. Got my own plan. I said, what are you talking about? You didn't want to go that far, but you should have paid the girl.
That part.
Period.
But no, you want to boss up on her like you want to boss up on everybody else because you big bad teamer. And now look at you. Ooh, you okay, Kobe?
Yeah. And Tamara was not swayed one. Tamara did not care. Oh, that's your cousin? Okay, and
She said, "Don't worry
it's
about
about my
it. Don't
money.
worry
I'm
about
gonna
it,
get
sweetheart.
paid.
Don't worry
Yeah,
about it."
yeah. This that split. This that split right there. And Tamara did what she needed to do. Period. I said,
Tamara is the
baby.
definition of standing on business. You hoes gonna learn. And I ain't mad at
Don't
her
play
about
with
it.
me. Don't play with me. And I like her for that. I do. I like characters who are not swayed by the character that's supposed to intimidate everybody.
Yeah, the conviction is
Like who
is
the
is is, is
child?
dope. The conviction is everything.
Yes, yes, I love it. Absolutely love
Um,
it. Girl, I think that was the last scene.
I think so too, friend. They gave Sabrina
That was the
nothing but a
last scene.
little prop Danny up moment. Please, season
Huh?
7. I said they gave Sabrina a prop Danny up moment. Like
Yeah, which yeah, child.
it was nothing at best. Anything else we missed, y'all? Let me go back through some of these comments. Angela said, "Why do these folks not work?" I have no idea. Have no idea.
Don't know.
I'm going back
Cause
to the
they show
comments. Danitor Jacob says, "I can't stand when a person tries to flip the script." That's exactly what Danny is famous for trying to do.
every single time.
Mm, remember the essay happened in college and they didn't help her much then after it happened again. Oh, I don't remember much details about the essay other than them mentioning it. So I don't know if they didn't help her, but maybe they did. I know that we got extensive conversation about them helping Andy, but
Mm-hmm.
maybe they didn't have help Danny, and that's also why she don't come to them with this. Oh, her and Tony just said that they had something in common, that they were only kids. I feel like I heard that and it sparked a thought for me, but I didn't remember it when we were talking about it. Does it
Yeah,
surprise you
she
that
did
Danny is
say.
the only child?
She said that she was the only child, and he was like, "I could see that." And then he said he was the only child too on his mom's side, so he know what it's like, to be like the only child.
I don't know. I guess I can believe that she the only child.
So I'm like, who is Danny? I mean, is I think Andy's the only child. Supposedly, I thought in the beginning of Sisters, Karen mentioned she had a brother,
Mhm.
but we ain't never seen him. But
Lord knows he should have been around to put them paws on Zach at some point.
baby, what? That's like, where's your brother, sis? How many months is Karen? 2, based on last episode.
Y'all will not let Danny's little booty eating go.
And then the fact that Preston, that he shouldn't have walked in her house, but the fact that he was there and dude came out butt ball naked. I said, baby, baby, baby.
It's like that boy, like Preston has so in this very short amount of time that y'all have been dating, he has multiple instances to pull from.
Definitely.
Like, I think it was another dude from the gay bar, El Fuego,
El
Jonah.
Fuego.
That's three niggas right there.
Yeah. Yep. Gay bar, dude, El Fuego. She would have slept with Jonah if it didn't get where it got. Preston. And I wanted to, was somebody, oh God. Alphabet. Mm,
Wait, who's Alphabet?
Q. Q.
Oh, I totally forgot
Yeah.
about him.
Yeah, that was the worst. That was the absolute worst. I
But
literally
like,
forgot as
you
I was
don't
thinking
want him
about it.
to
I'm like,
bring
what the fuck
up
is
that
this?
you sleep with random men. Not even trying to bring your whole facts, but like he literally has seen three separate men, and
Yes.
now there's a fourth after beating the ass of one of them. Like, girl,
Yes.
stop it, because the way you trying to
Yeah.
cop out on this is ridiculous. And he not even trying to shame you about it. He literally just talking about it.
Yeah. And I
I
really
don't want Madam make no
despise.
more cameos. I don't want to see Madam again in the Sisters universe
That was one
ever.
of people took what I thought was a great idea and made it the absolute worst thing that Tyler probably could have done to the Sisters
Ruined it.
universe is to make Madam and Fatima related.
Yep,
Because
ruined it.
everything, oh my God, she stepped on Fatima's shoe. Somebody better call Madam.
Every single thing.
What?
I don't want to. And I loved it.
Everything.
I love
Yeah.
seeing Eva in that space. I thought it was going to add some diversity to Madam as a
Yes.
character, open her up a little bit, give us a little bit of understanding of her
Yes.
family side, because all we get to see is her sister who she hates and her daddy who she loves. This gives another element to that. But people took this great idea and just turned it into one of the worst, cheapest,
Yes.
toxic story elements that could exist.
Yes.
So I know you've rooted for Madam to appear again, Shakina, but I pray that she don't. She can stay on All the Queen's Men because I can't do it. PB Law says it's funny because right before Preston said she was using him for safety, I tweeted it. You think that she was using him for safety?
Like it, you mean like if Jonah would have came back?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if that was what was motivating her to get committed to Preston. I don't know if I believe that. I heard him when he said it, and I understood why he said it, but I don't know if I think that's what she was motivated by. But maybe because shit, she didn't want to come home, but she wanted him there.
Right. That's true. Who is Fatima's dad? That is who I want to see. Well, we ain't gonna be able to see him because he dead.
Mm-hmm.
which that was just a fact that just came out of the clear blue sky of her father being deceased.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that came out a couple weeks
If
ago,
this one
right?
thing Tyler gonna do, he gonna make somebody pregnant and he gonna somebody gonna be dead. Pregnant and death is hand in hand with him. That we can assure.
Chrissy said
I'm
go
like,
Patrick.
you got three pregnant. You got Fatima. Well, anyway, we
Fatima's
got
not
Cameron
pregnant.
pregnant. I ain't even gonna say yeah. We got Cameron pregnant. We got Penelope pregnant. Somebody said,
Good
"Oh God,
night,
who's
Tiffany.
huh?
I was just saying good night to Tiffany.
Oh, dang, what's somebody that was like I can't remember what they. Never mind. But those two pregnant. I don't want to see no more pregnancies on this show. No, no more. Be good.
Yes.
I want to see Jasmine in seventh season. I ain't gonna lie to you. I want to see Jasmine. I want her to come back.
Oh, oh. Why did I go to
I like
Deja?
this.
I went to Deja because that's her real name in real life. But you're talking about Jasmine Waters.
Yeah,
Borders.
Jasmine Borders.
Borders. Okay. I was just like, the way that they eating her ass up in the press right now, but that's a whole other person. Not Deja.
Oh
We talking
yeah,
about
oh yeah,
Jasmine. I would love to see her too,
yeah.
actually. I would love to see her, Penelope, and Andy come face to face.
Yes, yes.
I got a whole
Jasmine was a
video on
touch.
Fatima and if she's actually pregnant. So Velma, if you don't know, go check that out on the channel. It's Fatima pregnant video discusses one where that revelation was made, and then points of
Yeah.
whether she is or if she's not. What were you saying, Abby?
I had did a video that's called "Is Fatima Pregnant or Not?" And I found it very interesting that the fandom I would say the fandom as a whole, as a collective, believe Fatima's announcement of pregnancy, took it at face value. We don't know
Mm-hmm.
when she took a pregnancy test. We don't know nothing. Karen, whether or not people, the father of Karen's child, okay, but Karen's pregnancy has been confirmed several times. She's pregnant. It was confirmed by a pregnancy test, the hospital, the hospital, the hospital, the hospital. It's been confirmed several times. So she is pregnant, but we still have questions about it. Fatima can say, Zach, I'm pregnant. When? Since when? When you let Paul slide ball on you? When you was about to ride him like a thief in the night? When did you find out you was pregnant, sis? When?
I need to see the sticks.
I need to see where they at, sis. When you took this pregnancy test, when you was at Angela's house, hiding out, when did you do this? Cause you sprung this up like, I mean, it came out of nowhere. It came out of nowhere. I said, baby, okay, okay.
But you are 100% right, friend. Fatima can murmur it in a dream, half asleep, in the 30-second scene, and they're going to be like, yes, it's the truth. Karen could
Yeah,
be at the doctor's,
yeah.
whip the stethoscope up her,
Up it.
and she lying, and the doctor
Yes.
lying too because she paid the doctor to lie.
The doctor line, cause the doctor knows Aaron, and Aaron paid the doctor to switch out of pregnancy. I said, wait. Stop it. Stop it. Baby, but it's funny though. Like it's funny reading that. Oh, since I'm on comments, let me say this. I told Erica this before we got
Oh
on
yeah.
the live. Let me make this very clear, because one young lady, I just blocked her because her statement to her comment to me was, "Your reviews are starting to sound like you are Erica's lapdog." So I didn't even respond. I just blocked her. Another person told me, they was like, this sounds just like Erica Vane, because at one point she didn't like Zach, now she doesn't like Tony, and blah blah blah. Let me say this. Before I knew of Erica Vane's existence on this earth, before I ever listened to an Erica Vane video, before I ever knew Erica Vane was out here popping in these sister YouTube streets. Hi. Alicia, Hustle Queen Lee, if that's what was that what I was when you first came to my channel? Allie Nick, Lily, all of the above. I have never liked Zach. I probably will never like the character of Zach. Okay. Me and Erica have had very different opinions about this character. I never liked him. That's just point blank. That did not change because I'm on our sister's keeper with her. I've never liked Zach. So please, and if you don't know, go listen to my old videos. I've said several times on this live. I haven't liked Zach since the first episode of season 1, episode 1.
You have said that
That's
multiple
just what it is.
times.
However, I will rock for Zach when I feel like he's in the right. I will take up for him when I feel like he's doing what he's supposed to do. I will always do that, but he's just not he's not a favorite of mine. So let's dispel that narrative. I don't know where that came from. I have no idea.
And it's wild that it's
Yes.
happening now when I haven't even dropped a breakdown video in 4 weeks.
Hey, thank you.
I am over here riding 100 bike miles, fighting for my fucking life, and y'all are over on Allie's channel bringing me into it, and I ain't got a damn thing to do with it. Like,
I said, Erica, literally, I said we don't bother nobody. And to me, it's the fact that you have two black women, because to me that's very important, because society will say that you can't share a space, work in a space, and really cheerlead and root for someone else. And I think that we do a great job of dispelling that narrative. And I'm like, why are we the ones that y'all want to come in and try to drag? I don't have the energy to go back and forth. I'm gonna just block. Now, some people I will ask questions like, well, what you mean? You care to elaborate, so on and so forth. But it's like, damn, sis, you ain't even try to be like, try to have a dialogue. To say that to somebody is wild. Number one.
it's the animal equivalency for
Wild.
me. Like, when people start using analogies of animals, I'm just like, ah, you already damn lost me. Like, lapdog though.
I used to enjoy listening to you, but now listen. I'm not for everybody.
Hello.
If you don't listen, that's fine. If you do listen, thank you, and I appreciate it. But I'm like, baby, some people just be really, really wild. And then if you respond, well, I don't think YouTubers should take that tone with the commenters. I don't give a damn what you think.
I don't give a damn
Because you
either.
didn't have no problem saying what you had to say. So, what you think this is?
Especially,
You think I don't know what people think. Like at the end of the day, Erica and I are real people. Like I don't understand.
real
Like
ass
I
people
don't understand it. But yeah, I had to just
giving
put
out
that
real
out
ass
there because I'm thinking
opinions.
all of a sudden he was saying like I like Zach. I never have the way I feel about him. I felt since 2019 when Sistas premiered. I think it was
Literally.
2019.
And Erica started Sisters all the way up through season 3, vouching for Zach. Like,
Yes.
you could go back and listen. Like, and this is the craziest part, which is also what's helping me with my journey of being okay with being a goddamn villain. Because people get their asses on the internet and come over to Allie's channel and like, you sound just like Erica because Erica don't like Zach and they never like Zach. That is a fucking lie.
That is a lie. Yes.
A whole ass lie. And my videos are still up to prove it. Like, y'all are wild.
Yeah.
But the audacity is just beyond me. Like, what? And the crazy thing is, even if you, like, why are you so mad at me, though? Like, even if Allie do sound like me,
Yeah.
am I right? Because it sounds like you got a problem with, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and leave it. I've had to
Pastor,
make peace with
I
people
said
hating
so. I
me
said, are
for
you
just,
saying? I said, are you saying that me and Erica sound alike because we both have a dislike toward a particular character. Like, what are you trying to say? Because I felt like it was more that she wanted to say, but she just used that as the easy way out. But baby, I never like Zach, baby. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody. I never have, never. And the videos will prove it. Listen to the first one I ever did. About is this there? It's there, and then you hear the ones just like even on the live when we came back for season 6 in the beginning when me and Eric was talking about the whole when the salon burnt down and when Zach was trying his best to show up. We didn't season 2 of Zatima hadn't came out yet, so there were certain things we didn't know about therapy, even though it was mentioned on Sistas. So it was like, yeah, we could see him trying to do the right thing or trying to, put Fatima in a certain position. Like, this is what's going on. This is why I'm responding this way. We were all for Zach. We were all for Zach until he started doing Zach-ish behavior.
I was still
Again,
for him
like,
at
dude,
the
we was
start
rooting for
because
you.
I dated a Zach, and I don't know how many times I have to say that. All it tells me is that people want to be mad. People love to be miserable. And you know what? It's fine. I'll be the villain. You sound
Yeah,
like
we'll be that.
it's hilarious to me how there's just like a group of people online that like my name incites rage. It's like
It's
it's the thought
crazy.
about my
It's
opinions.
crazy. It's your opinion, and then I think that's the thing that get me too. Like when we're doing or when I'm doing these videos, this is how I'm speaking from Alicia's perspective, Alicia's experiences, and just how I view things, and they're all opinion based.
Hmm.
And then I think about other people who people be sending me clips of that says some of the most outlandish things that I've heard from someone reviewing this show.
Especially if it's
And
just a show.
it's just a show and they
Criticism
get
steeped in
congratulated.
anti-blackness, misogyny, like just
I mean,
ooh.
steeped in it. And I'm just like, wow. And I think that the interesting thing is too is someone can have a favorite character or a favorite couple, which is fine. I may not like who you like. You may not like who I like. And that's fine. There's somebody who comment under my videos every time I post. And I know she don't like Karen. I know that she's a big Zach and Fatima fan. We don't have no problems because I respect her opinion. And she's not rude with it or nothing like that. And then you have some, I just be like, why you even come on my channel? But it is what it is. But
Cause Sade still
it's
find their
cool.
way here. They love to talk about how Erica is so ridiculous and how they hate Erica so much, but you get blocked by Erica and then you create and fake other accounts and then back on Erica's channel. Like, y'all do realize Ellie and I do not get up every morning at 4 a.m., package up our videos, and ship them shits right to your brain. Like, that's not how that works. Nobody is making you watch this at all. Ah, anyway.
It's interesting. Yes, who? Yes, we ready for kingdom business.
I'm kind of ready. I was supposed to release a bunch of predictions, which I actually wrote, and I think I'm gonna do them. I think I'm gonna do them as like shorts because I wrote a bunch of predictions. I got some
Is
interesting
this the
ones.
last episode?
Hmm.
I'm not ready. Let me take my comment back. I'm not ready because I'm gonna miss this show.
I'm gonna miss it
I
too.
I'm gonna miss this show. That's too. We need more episodes.
We definitely do.
We need more
But
episodes.
yep, this is the finale. You know what's gonna piss me off, and for everybody who asks for this, don't say that Erica don't love you, and don't try to do what the hell y'all ask of me, because I'm gonna drop these damn videos for the Black Hamptons, but it's gonna be on my second channel
Oh, I did watch the new episodes
because the
today. I
show is
watched
a
the.
damn mess. Season 1 is a fucking mess. Oh, I was watching it so irritated. Ugh.
Yeah,
But I watched it and I talked
yeah,
about it. So subscribe to Erica
yeah,
Vane TV too if you want to hear what I have to say about the Black Hamptons. Quite a few
yeah,
people asked me to do it, so there's that.
yeah, yeah. People ask me. I say I'm moving, y'all. I'm in the process of moving.
Hmm.
So a lot of stuff people asking me to. I'm watching it, but they probably ain't gonna be no videos so after I get settled.
That part.
Um, Yeah,
Wait, are
it's a
you
lot
moving
going on.
before Christmas or after?
Girl, the 22nd.
Oh
So
hell no!
literally right before. Yeah.
I'm gonna pray for you, friend.
So I'm like, all them videos. Mm-hmm. And then sisters come back on the third.
Girl, I don't know what
I said,
what
why
is it.
so
There is
fast?
no
Oh
break.
my
There
God.
is no break. The season finale is on the 27th.
Yeah. I'm like, it's no break at all. I said, my God. Okay.
Tyler. Well, y'all, that has been another episode of Our Sisters Keeper. Thank you so much for kicking it with us and sharing
Yes.
your thought in the chat. Justine says, why is it that 1,000 people cannot like Karen for whatever reason and not be considered a hive mind, but 2 people cannot like Zach or Fatima and all of a sudden we're a cult? Bye. Hello. That's a really great point. Um, yeah, thank y'all.
Yeah. Oh, for those who love to support the sisters, the actual talent, Manon has a movie on BT Plus called
Oh,
Never
Christmas
Alone for Christmas.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Christmas movie. She's the lead in this movie, and she did a great job.
You
I
loved it?
absolutely enjoyed. Huh?
You loved it?
I enjoyed watching her playing another role outside of Danny.
Okay, I gotta watch it.
I haven't seen too many of Manon's of her acting. I know she do a lot of stuff behind the scene, behind the camera. Um, and I watched a short film that she wrote and produced a few years ago. It was like maybe 12 minutes. It was a short film, but it
Mm,
was it was really good. But I do enjoy her. It was a cute movie. I liked it.
okay, I'm gonna watch it.
I
What are
liked
you
it.
doing? All right, y'all. Good night.
Good night, y'all.
Have a great weekend. If you're watching Kingdom Business, see you back here tomorrow for our Kingdom Business Live.
Yes.